Second time around, hope this one doesn't shut off. This is the second time I'm trying to film this. I started a while ago and the camera just quit. I don't know what that's about. Brand new camp, well, not brand new, about a month old. Don't understand that. Now, did not do a video yesterday, didn't do a vlog, wasn't feeling too good. After church, my pastor texted me and told me I didn't look like I was feeling too good and that I overdid it, and he's right. Feeling much better this morning. Slept in, didn't get out of bed until about, probably 9-ish. And then I sat looking on the internet. It takes a while for my hands and my feet from the knees down, hands from the elbows down to wake up, and they finally did. And then I stole my wife's favorite towel and went and took a shower. She later brought me back a big old plate of turkey, had her microwave it for a couple of minutes, and then I poured ketchup and hot sauce on it. Breakfast of champions. I have to go pick up the children here in a little bit and from school. And then I'll be coming back out here to do some things. I was going to call St. Louis Auto Salvage in St. Louis, Oklahoma, and I went to their website and they're closed until tomorrow morning. I will call them and see if they're going to be open Friday. I've got to, prior to picking the kids up from school, I'm going to go by and find my son Chris and see if he can get me the 2 parts for my van so I can study them. I would much rather take the original parts and put new components in it than trying and then finding out after we buy the part at a salvage yard it's got the same problem, and the odds of us actually finding those components are kind of minuscule. I had a friend of mine that lives in Kansas ask me why am I so determined to use that particular van. Well, a few reasons. When I'm doing actual filming, I need a van to go get the hard footage, and that one's already dinged up. It's got damage to the body, but it drives good other than being able to stop. And it's got 640 horsepower. It's got all the power I would want to get out of the way and to go. I've driven that thing places I shouldn't have. That's why the brake problems are what they are. I would drive through the creek to get to the other side. I'm not doing that anymore. It's bad on the brakes, bad on everything. Vehicles aren't meant to drive through high water. One time I drove it through an area in downtown Davis by the old depot, which is railroad depot, which is now a museum. There's an area there, and the water gets about 3.5, 4 feet deep, and it was full, and I drove through it and didn't stall out. My son, I think it was my son Nick, said, well, you don't need a snorkel. But I think that's probably what started the process of it failing. I didn't know that my phone had an energy saver thing on it. All it did is it took the background, it shut down a lot of stuff, which I'm thankful for. I can still make phone calls, don't get me wrong, But now I won't sit there and watch it like a gas gauge just go boo over to empty. Or boo that way over to empty. Last night I plugged that thing in and it wouldn't get above 88%. I took the battery out, put it back in. Part of it is when you've got a multi-plug up there plugged into a surge protector, the charger doesn't have as much electricity coming through as it calls for to charge the phone. So it takes a lot longer to charge the phone, trickle charge. That's one problem. The second problem was my phone. Well, I got that, and then I always have my handy dandy flip phone, which is actually my personal phone. Well, my business phone now. The touchscreen is the personal phone. But Linda's in the house. I don't know what she's up to. My son Brandon began cleaning out a tub down there and found all kinds of things I forgot I had, like a brand new crucible to melt gold and silver in, and I see a set of small screwdrivers over there. All that's good and well. I'll just get around to getting to all of it when I can. Right now, I'm going to finish this up, then I got to go find my son Chris, and then get my my components to my van back, bring them in here later and look them over. And I've got to check the mail. I've got software coming. I don't think it's here today. And then there's a guy that was supposed to send me pitch pipes, 2 of them. I paid for 2 and only got 1, and he's supposedly mailing me the other. I haven't given him a positive or negative review yet. I'm waiting, and if he doesn't send it, he's going to get a bad review. I try to order off of people that have 100% rating. And I had one guy I ordered from that had 100%, and 2 weeks later, I got the guitar and guitar case. Guitar's hanging on the wall. I went ahead and gave them a good rating, and they're not a beginner. It's just that over a 2-week period, they went from a week period, they went from 100% to a 99%. That means they had 10 hits saying negative stuff about them. And I'm trying to get done with a lot of stuff in here, getting ready to kick it into high gear on some things. Now, Mom and John, I love you. I hope you're doing well. I don't know if you're still watching these or not, John, but you'll forever be my little brother, and I'll forever love you. Michael Paul, haven't forgotten you. I love you with my whole heart. I do. My sister Randy, I love you, and JD with my whole heart. I do. My sister Amy, I love you and your kids with my whole heart. My brother Zachary, if you ever watch this, I haven't forgotten that you're my brother. I love you. And Jason, I love you. And to all my friends on here, I love you. I do with my whole heart. Things are off to a bit of a rocky start on the other channel. I'm going to rectify that. Later this week. It depends if I can just replace components on that van or not. My time is really taken up right now with a lot of stuff, and not much of it is productive. I've got to meet with my attorney, but that's probably going to have to wait until a week from now to actually go sit down with him. And if he can't do the job I want, I'm going to have to get in a contingency law firm. And that's all I'm going to say on that. My personal issues don't need to be on here, really. They don't. Yeah, I've got clean overalls, clean Dickie t-shirt. I actually wore this to church yesterday. And unlike yesterday, I've got a hearing aid in my pocket, my shirt pocket, because I couldn't hear that well yesterday, and it really it was embarrassing in a way. I went into the church with one walking cane and then had to have Nick go out to the car and get my other one. I began fading almost immediately, and it's not going to keep me from going. It's not going to keep me from going Wednesday night and the following Sunday. It's just not going to. One of the few things I enjoy in life, other than being with my sweetheart, is church. I get a lot out of it. It calms me down. And like I said before, I've waited my entire life for Pastor Fry to be my spiritual guide and leader. He definitely is a man of God. Now, I got to get off of here. I'll be back out in this dingy office, badly lit office, after I get the kids from school. I don't have a choice. I've got some things I've got to do. I'm probably going to have to lean on I don't think I've got one on this. Hang on a second, folks. No, it doesn't. I've got a bunch of old software that are floppy disks that Brandon found, and I think I've got 2 computers. Let me look down. And that's too dingy. I don't think that one can I don't think so. I might be out of luck. I don't know. Let me look on my... No, that laptop won't do it. I've got a computer somewhere that I can read floppy disk information on. I'll just have to find it. Well, folks, I hate cutting and running. I do. I love all of you with my whole heart. I absolutely do, and I want God to bless you with my whole heart. I do. Like the sign up there says, be kind. Let's all concentrate on being kind to one another. Bye.